YouTube? Welcome back to another video. It's your boy, Bethlehem the Beast, back at you with another video. We got some topics from y'all on TikTok. If you guys haven't already subscribed to my TikTok channel, come check me out on TikTok. I appreciate you guys tuning into the YouTube videos. We just started a Discord channel. If you guys are interested in that, come over to my TikTok. Come be one of my subs. It's a sub-only Discord for those of you guys that are my biggest supporters, and I appreciate y'all. But come check it out. Come hang out on TikTok. We go live every day. Come enjoy it. Come enjoy it. But yes, so we have a list of topics that we're going to go over today in today's video. So these are all questions from Ruben Jr. 78. He's one of the big supporters for me on TikTok. So we're going to go over his questions. The first thing that Ruben asks is, do I need to volume train to make gains? I would say yes. Volume training is quite important if you ask me. So everybody has a different amount of volume that they can recover from. And I think that the important thing that's going to come from this question is that you should be in the gym trying to find that maximum recoverable volume that you can progressively make gains with. Not everybody's going to have that same amount of volume that they can make gains with. So being said, you should be able to go in the gym and push yourself and be able to either progress a rep, progress 2.5 pounds, 1 pound load across every week for up to 12 to 16 weeks before you take a deload week and then start it all over again. So find that maximum recoverable volume and push yourself from there. The next question is, what's my take on powerlifting? I think it's cool. I think that, realistically speaking, while there is technique to powerlifting, don't get me wrong, I think it is impressive to see what man is capable of, men and women are capable of lifting-wise. I do not like powerlifting. I don't like one rep maxes. I don't like it. I think that powerlifting is in itself an ego sport, which is nothing wrong with that. I think that it's amazing. For me, I don't like it. I would not do it. I am afraid of injury. I want to be able to lift as long as I can, and how sustainably long can you lift as heavy as you possibly can? So that's my take on powerlifting. Next question. Do I need to slow down the negatives to build muscle? While there is science behind time under tension, slowing down the negatives, i.e. 2 to 6 second eccentric movements, I think that if you are controlling the weight and you're not just letting it drop on you, I think everybody has their own tempo when it comes to weightlifting. So whatever works for you is what I would suggest. Slowing down the movement and giving it control in the eccentric, yes, that's what I would suggest. But that is different for everybody. So if you can't focus on doing 6 second eccentrics, then 2 second eccentrics are just as good. As long as you're not just dropping it, go for it. This is actually a really good question. Should I train differently when I'm cutting? My opinion, no, you shouldn't. You need to push yourself just as hard. When you don't have the same energy in the tank, it's a mental experience. And I would suggest that you push yourself just as hard as when you are bulking or when you're in a calorie surplus or eat maintenance calories. There's no excuse to not push yourself just because you are tired, don't have the same amount of energy, don't have the same amount of carbs, still need to push. Next question. What's the recommendation on rep range? Perfect. I actually just had a conversation with this with my coach, my bodybuilding coach, Adam. I told him for this next mesocycle, for me, I really like the 8 to 15 rep range. And that's a wide rep range, but what I mean by that is some sets, pressing movements, I really like the 8 to 12 range. Squatting movements, I really like the 8 to 12 range. Some accessory work, I really like the 12 to 15 range. Anything more than 15, I've noticed, I start losing my focus. But to say that there is a specific rep range that works better than one is incorrect because everybody's different. So being said that, I think the rep range, as long as you are anything above 6 to 8 reps, all the way up to 30 plus reps, you can build muscle as long as you are sustainably making progress on a week to 2 week, 3 week basis. Rep ranges are more of your personal preference. So next question is, do I prefer whey protein or isoprotein? Well, I think protein has its place for sure. I personally stopped using protein just because of the digestion issues that come with it. I've never tried isoprotein. Whey protein gives me a lot of bloating. Isoprotein maybe is not so much, but I've never tried it. So I would suggest getting your protein from whole food sources. Whole food sources protein. That's the best protein that you can get. Next question. Supplements for beginners lifters. So I've gone over this before. Good men's multivitamin, good multivitamin, fish oil, fiber, creatine. That's it. Good multivitamin is any one of them that you could get that's in your budget. I really like Nutricross. All of these brands, all of these supplements that I suggested outside of apple cider vinegar are on Nutricross. A fiber supplement, good multivitamin, fish oil, get apple cider vinegar, creatine as well. You don't need a crazy amount of $60, $70, $80, $90 supplements that claim X, Y, and Z. You just need a good men's multi. You need a good fish oil supplement. You need a good fiber supplement. And you need creatine. Simple as that. Don't go anything crazier. Do I recommend straps on back days? Yes. So for instance, take my glasses off. This light is reflecting. It's making me feel weird. For instance, today I was training a client. She got 12 reps. And then I was like, hey, why don't you try my straps? Tried my straps, same weight, same amount of effort, got 15 reps. What that tells me is that her grip was her limiting factor. She was focusing on keeping hold of the bar when her back could do more. Yes, I 1000% would suggest using grips. Straps. A piece of advice to push me for encouragement. So, everybody's going to be different for this. I like to stir myself up. I listen to hype music. Sometimes that's Disney music. Whatever music you're going to listen to that gets you fired up, you're going to be able to turn that fucking mode on and lift your shit as heavy as you can and give it the best effort. Do what you need to do. Don't worry about who's looking at you in the gym. Don't worry about who's watching you in the gym. Nobody gives a fuck. Lift your weight. Be the best that you can be. Focus on that. Everybody else is doing their own thing. You're doing your own thing. Be the best version of you. That's my advice for that. Last question. Difference in creatine with flavor and no flavor. There is no difference. There is different types of creatine. I forget the types of creatine, to be honest. But I know the one that you want to get is creatine monohydrate. It's the one that has the most studies done. It's been the one that's been around the longest. It's the one that is the most effective. Anything else is going to be a scam. There's a lot of supplements out there that are going to charge you more, making wild claims that have no backing behind it. No actual scientific studies, no reasoning, no nothing. But just going back to the supplement industry in a whole, the supplement industry is very misleading in a sense of people don't do their research when it comes to that and they just take everything at face value. So don't be one of those people. Get the basics. If you're deficient in something or you're noticing issues somewhere in the gym because you think that you may be deficient in something, 1, go get your blood work done. 2, then start looking at other supplementation. Last thing I did want to cover, this is just from me to y'all. I was training with this kid the other day, 19-year-old kid. He was like, oh, I'm gonna enter a powerlifting meet. I said, great. He asked me if I was enhanced. I told him yes. I told him what I was taking. Just for you guys to be aware, I'm taking 350 test, 280 primo, 100 mast, and 7 units of growth hormone a day. Metformin as an ancillary as well, just to manage my blood glucose levels. So he was like, oh, I'm 19. It's kind of hard for me not to want to take steroids because of the fitness industry and what I see and strength-wise and this and that. And I was like, dude, you're 19 years old. Do you realize how much progress that you can make by not taking it? I think that nowadays the standard has changed, especially being able that we are so easily able to see the top 1% of the 1% of the world for fitness in any aspect, any sort of aspect, not even just fitness, but in general, that people are getting misconstrued as what is actually a good physique. You guys don't need steroids if you guys just want to have a good physique. If you want to really take a career seriously in bodybuilding, if you want to be one of the best strength sport athletes in the world, and you've been training for 10 plus years and you've reached your genetic potential after you're 25, 26, 27 years old, and you make sure that your health is good, you have no underlying issues that steroids are going to amplify, cool. Make that decision as a grown adult. There's way too many young people out there, especially that I've seen and spoke to, that are taking PEDs, and it just baffles me. a lot of people that you wouldn't even be able to tell take PEDs. And that's what's scary to me, is that these dudes are taking more PEDs than I'm taking and look like they aren't taking any PEDs. So just be careful, guys. Just be aware that you're playing with your health when it comes to taking PEDs. So if you have no aspirations to do anything professionally with your physique or in this world, don't take PEDs. Put your guys' health first. Hopefully you guys enjoy this type of video. If you guys want to jump in on these type of videos, come to my TikTok. Come jump in the lives. Come tell me what it is that you guys want me to answer on these TikToks or on these YouTube videos. So hit that subscribe button. Hit that button. Come follow me on TikTok. Come subscribe for more. If you are interested in that sub-only disc crowd channel, come find me on TikTok. We'll get you guys in there. I appreciate the love. I appreciate the support, YouTube family. Peace and love.